If you guys are interested in learning how to make a full wrapped ornament like this, please stay tuned. Okay, so first I wanted to show you guys where I got these glass ornaments from. So I got a box of these, a 9 count from Target. They were on sale. I think they were half off. So these are the ones I'm going to be using in the video. So you just get your little tape measure that came with your xTool when you bought it. If not, you should be able to use any tape measure that you have on hand. So I have 2 different kinds. I'm just going to do the shiny one for this video. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure it. You can either measure it on this side here, which is in centimeters, or you can measure it on this side, which is in inches. I like to use inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the widest part of the ornament and I'm just going to measure it. So this is the same thing you'll do for yours. No matter what's the size, you just do your video or your ornament based off of your size, but just follow these same steps. So I got about 8 inches. Okay. So let me show you how you can put this onto your xTool S1 Rotary. Or I should say, let me show you how you then can put this on your RA2 Pro Rotary. So I already have mine set up, but if you don't, make sure you turn off your xTool S1 or whichever laser engraving machine that you'll be using. Make sure you turn it off first. Then you plug it in to the slot that's up here in front, in the case of the xTool S1. Okay, so then you want to then add your 2 pieces. So you'll have this piece that came with it, and then you'll have these attachments. So I'm using these metal ones, and you literally just take each one of these and you screw them into the rotary. And I just do it on the closest one to the center for all 3. All right, so they're center for all those. Okay, so then you're just going to make sure you put this in there parallel so that it's, try to get you closer, so that it's parallel here. And then I'm going to take this piece off of the bobble. Okay. And then for this piece here, you just slide it based off these 2 feet into the 2 areas here. And you just slide it in. Okay. And then you're going to put your bobble in. So you twist this to make it looser or tighter. So I'm going to loosen it here so that I can put it inside of here. And then I'm going to tighten it just a little bit. I don't want to over tighten it because I don't want to break it. And then I'm just going to scoot this up until it fits on there snug. And then I'm going to twist it this way. So clockwise to get it to tighten. All right. So that looks good to me. I am now going to put the laser over top to make it as center as possible. Okay, so the next thing to do is to go over to xTool Creative Space. We're inside of xTool Creative Space. The first thing you want to do is go over up here, change this process on base plate to chuck using rotary attachment, because that's the one that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. Then you're going to go over here to text, and you're going to add some text here. So I'm just going to put in Merry Christmas. I'm going to go up here to the font. So up here, and I'm going to change it to a different font. Let's do something like this. We're going to change it to engrave. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees because the ornament is on there sideways. So I'm going to go up here, change it to 90. And then I'm going to reduce this size to a 3. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make a rectangle. So I'm going to go over here to rectangle, and we measured the size as 8 inches. So I'm going to go up here to the height, and I'm going to change this to 8 inches. And then if you don't have yours in inches, you can go over here to the main menu, go to settings, and this is where you can change your units from millimeters to inches, just so you know. Okay, so then I'm just going to move this over here. I'm going to make sure it's centered, and I'm just going to move it all the way over here to the edge because we're going for a full wrap here. And then I'm going to put all of the different designs in here. The next thing I want to do is I just want to also get the measurement for the ornament. So let me go back to the ornament so we can see how wide we should make this. Okay, so I'm just going to grab another one since I already put the one we're going to be engraving onto the xTool S1. So I'm just going to grab another one of these, and I'm going to do the same thing in inches and see how far this goes. It looks like it goes pretty far. Let's see. Let's try for about 2 inches. So we'll do that. So I'm going to select the rectangle, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to unlock it. So I'm going to unlock the aspect ratio. And I'm going to change this to 2 inches. All right. So then I'm just going to move this again so that it's centered, and that looks good to me. And then you can add some designs to it to make it a full wrap. So I'm going to go over here to the shapes, and I'm going to go to festival, and I'm just going to add a bunch of different snowflakes on here. There's a whole bunch of different options here. You have reindeer and Christmas trees, bells, hats, all of that, but I'm just going to keep it simple for this video, and I'm just going to put different options for these snowflakes that they have on here. So let's see, it's 3 different ones. See if there's one more. Go down. So then I'm just going to place them all on here, and I'm just going to make them different sizes. Designing it here. So then what I want to do now is change the settings. If you guys want to see how I got my settings, I recently made a video that you guys can go back to determine how to choose the settings for your specific laser. You can follow that video, but these are the ones I'm going to use based off of a test I did on a previous ornament. So I'm going to close out of shapes here. I'm going to take this rectangle and I'm going to move it out of the way real quick. And then I'm going to highlight all of these. And I'm going to go over here to the settings. For power, I'm going to put for 55. And then for the speed, I'm going to put for 350. So those are the settings I'm going to use for that. And then I'm just going to move this right back over here again, just to line everything up. All right, so that looks good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rectangle and I'm going to set it to, I'm going to unselect output. So basically I'm going to ignore it. Everything else is set to engrave. So I'm just going to take this whole thing and I'm going to group it together. And then now we're going to go back to the xTool S1 so that we can start the engraving process. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the distance measurement. So first, just make sure your xTool is connected. There. Okay, so then to get the distance measurement, I'm going to hit this ruler auto measure up here. This is going to give me the measurement from the ornament up to the laser. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is the framing. All right, so for the framing, what you want to do is you want to take your design and you want to center it on here. So did you see how it's centered? So let me zoom in so you guys can see a little better.
Okay, so I moved it and then you can see the crosshairs. Okay, so I zoomed in and then I'm gonna hit this framing button here. Oh, it says to do the perimeter. So up here, I'm gonna turn this to perimeter because that's what we measured, and I'm gonna put 8 inches up there for that, and then I'm gonna hit the framing button.
All right, so to do the framing, you just hit this button here that turned blue, and then it will do the framing for you. Here you can see if it looks how you want it. So let's see. I think I might do the distance one more time because I don't know if that was centered. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit the distance again. I'm gonna recenter this. It's back to the spot. I'm gonna recenter it. And then I'm gonna hit framing again. Okay, so I like it this time. So we're gonna use this one. So I'm gonna close my lid here.
I'm gonna do framing complete, and I am going to go here to process, and I'm gonna hit start.
I'm gonna hit the button in front to start it. Okay. So it says it should take about 9 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. So I'll come back to you guys with different points so you guys can see how it looks as it's going. So it's pretty much done with the Merry Christmas part. So I'm just waiting for it to do the snowflakes. Okay, so it looks like it's almost done here. It's working on one of those snowflakes. Let's see, it says it has 2 minutes left, so it looks like maybe the smaller snowflakes it'll go back and do. So let's see, once it finishes on this one, let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's going back. Okay, so we're all done here. All right, so you have your full wrap. It looks beautiful. So if you want to, you can add some white paint inside to make the lettering be white. But I think it looks beautiful like this, where you can see right through it. You can even see to the other side the wording and stuff. But yeah, so that's how you do a full wrap glass ornament. This is the one I showed you guys previously when the video first started. So if the design is, I'm going to show you how it looks. If you try to put the snowflakes on each side, it ends up smushing this side for some reason. So that's why in this video, I did all the snowflakes to the right. And as you can see, it made a big difference to none of the snowflakes being squished on here. I also adjusted the sizing too, so that could have been accounted for as well. At the start of the video, I showed you guys how I made this ornament right here. And this is the design I was telling you. For some reason, up here, this top part was all smushed. And then everything from here, even though this one kind of got cut off too, because I think it might have been too wide. This side looked like nothing got squished or anything. So that's why I went ahead for the video that I'm showing you guys for the tutorial and made all of these snowflakes go over here to the right. So just know that when you do a full wrap like this, have all of your design go to the right of your words. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Stay blessed.